What's up? So, we are on a 5-day trip out to Sawtooth National Forest for my birthday. And we are here in Willow-Whitman National Forest in Oregon for a night at this spot kind of just off the highway. And yeah, we're just gonna get all set up and pack up in the morning and head on over to Sawtooth. But hang out with us, see the scenes, do the things, walk the walks, saw some teeth, and we'll have a good time. So here's Cooper. Woo! Cooper, what do you have to say to the people? This spot was a little strange because there was this pretty highly trafficked forest road right there on our right. But it was mostly just for us to have a place to stop for the night and keep on driving. So we didn't do really anything around the campsite. We just chilled out, had some dinner, and got going the next day. We're all set up. Cooper has found his little grass bed, apparently. It's an interesting landscape. Most of the day we spent driving through the high desert, so we didn't see a ton of trees, and then all of a sudden there's trees, and here we are at a campsite. Ooh, knife. Very cool. Kim and I eventually, hopefully within the next year or so, we want to get a truck and get a little rooftop tent. Mostly just to make setup and breakdown a little bit quicker, because right now we got here, I don't know, maybe an hour ago, and we've been like taking our time and chilling, but setup and takedown is a long time with when you have a ground tent and all these other things. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of good gear, but I definitely want to optimize it a little bit more in the future. But doesn't stop us from getting the fuck out here.
I really don't like hoppy bugs though. I don't know.
They're kind of fun.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh. Wait a second, is that a female and a male?
We don't really have much of a view, but it's still kind of nice to just be in the woods.
Huh. You don't always need a view of it, I don't think. Woods themselves are nice.
One of my favorite meals is salmon cakes, especially when we're camping. So Kim and I did a little salmon cake prepping and cooked them up. Oh, look at them salmon cakes, boy. Oh, you love to see the salmon cakes.
You sure do.
What was that?
You sure do. It seems cold.
All right, all packed up. The next day, we spent a good portion of the day driving through the rest of Oregon into Idaho, and then through some of the mountains into Sawtooth Recreation Area. Here we are in Stanley, Idaho, and this is at the intersection of 75 and 21. We drove south on 75 to see if we could find a nice campsite. We're trying to find a campsite, and this road looks promising, but we obviously don't want to camp out in the middle of a field. So we're gonna keep driving and see what we find. So after a little bit of searching and deliberation, we found a campsite.
Where's the ball? Find it.
It's very nice. Not exactly the one that I wanted. I wanted one that was on the river, but we could not get it because there is a lot of people out here on Labor Day.
This is beautiful though.
Isn't it kind of wild?
Secluded. More secluded than the other one.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. Cooper likes it. So we're gonna get set up here. We've been driving all day, so I didn't expect to be driving all day, but yeah, we're gonna get some dinner going and probably just chill out, have some drinks. So good morning. Kim's on breakfast duty this morning, and she is winging the French toast.
Winging it hard.
We didn't look up a recipe, so Kim just put a bunch of stuff together, and I will say it's looking pretty good so far.
Smells cinnamony.
And got a couple eggs on the side too. Cooper, you can't have any French toast. Do you hear me? Do you understand? No French toast for you.
Come on. Say, come on, please.
Okay, you want to throw the frisbee? Oh, hey. Give me that. Ready?
You knew what you were gonna do.
I know. Ready? Ready? Oh. You never run fast enough. You gotta come see this view out in this meadow. So the forest road is just right there. We just backed in here. A nice little tucked away spot, but I wanted to move over here because I was like, oh, the pretty good view of the mountains. But then we got this view all the way out in the meadow here, which is super rad. So I think if we're back before midnight or back before sunset, we'll come sit out here, have a couple beers, and watch the sunset. So these are the Sawtooths. The like really like gnarly looking mountains are over here. So, but also something we know, there is this cabin, and we have some binoculars, and the windows are all boarded up. So we were thinking we might walk down there and check it out, because that might be kind of cool. There's some montañas right there. Nice. This is a good little spot. I'm happy with it. We got some people in an RV over there, and there's a nice little creek that runs right next to that RV that we might go swimming in. We'll see. We tried to find a spot at the creek last night, but unfortunately there was definitely room for us to camp, but we didn't really want to be like super close to somebody else. So, but we're gonna have our French toast breakfast, and we'll be headed out to go do a little hike to a lake. Oof. This looks pretty good.
Get out of here, fly.
All right, we're gonna go check out the house. Hopefully it's not somebody's residence, and hopefully they don't kill us. But if they do live there, they have quite a view to wake up to. Wow. Huh? Oh yeah. huh? Very cool. Imagine waking up to this every morning. There's this little shed's actually open, but you can kind of see inside there. Neat. Good old Idaho. And then we can see some of the Sawtooths over there. Our campground is just right back there. All right. We came down a pretty sketchy little forest road here, but about to hop on the trailhead. Let's go. Fast dried river over here. Yeah, let's keep going.
To another lake.
Oh.
I'm gonna see if is there a way for us to collect the information on all trails? Oh, there's a little tree we can sit on.
Perfect. And it's in the shade.
Yay!
Wow.
Look at how clear this water is. That's amazing. Hi. I just stuck out my body in the water.
Happy 28th birthday to me.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Whoa. Well, you hit the land perfectly.
Come on. Come here.
Almost no one out here on this lake. There's a lone canoe somewhere over there. Yeah, yeah. Oh no! You didn't. Well, Idaho's fantastic. We're gonna chill at this lake for a little while, and then we're gonna head over to some hot springs. So.
It's definitely so dry out here. It's insane.
Wow.
Self-destructive. It was originally used as a bathhouse and is now a historic site. The National Forest System still benefits from facilities built during the CCC era. The CCC workers participated in one of the most successful conservation programs ever launched. 2 and 1 half the land crushing desperate men
So do you want to tell everyone what happened today?
There was this bear that was attacking us, and I had no choice but to sacrifice myself. And I went into an arm wrestle with the bear. Literally, we threw money on it, and salmon, not money, and I lost. Also, I may have been walking the dog down a steep hill to a hot spring, and he yanked me down, and I threw out my shoulder. That also may have happened in a parallel world, but not this one.
So Kim sprained her arm today while we were at the hot springs. You saw a little bit of that as we were walking down, and then Kim slipped, and at the hands of Cooper over here. We sat at the hot spring for a little while, but Kim's shoulder was hurting really bad, so we ended up coming back to camp, and now we're just gonna chill out and have some dinner. Oh, another thing, lots of wildfire smoke blew in, so that's fun.
And there's also only one doctor in town, and it closes at 2, and also closed on Sunday.
A little bit of Brekkie Sandos. Brekkie Sando. Brekkie Sando to the principal's office. Brekkie Sando. Got a little bit of hot springs.
So warm.
Oh,
Hi, buddy.
Cooper doesn't like the hot springs.
Go to the cold creek.
Yeah. Oh, don't drink the hot water, you dummy. Man, this water is the absolute perfect temperature. If you go closer to one of those little springs that are coming out of the hills here, it gets a little hotter.
Too hot.
Yeah, sometimes too hot. So we were sitting in this one up here, and that spring right there is so hot. Feels fantastic. There's kind of endless opportunity to make some pools because the water's just coming out of the ground. It's just coming out of the ground. You hear? What you think about that? There's water in these grounds. But Idaho is rad. So we were lucky enough to snag a little spot here near the hot springs where we just were. So tonight's the last night, but we're gonna cook a little dinner, and then we might head back down to the hot springs. But you guys gotta check this view out. Oh, there they are, baby. There's the teeth. There's them salt teeth, boy. Man, we're just like kind of surrounded by the mountains right here. Our campground from the past 2 nights has been pretty cool because we've been just in the big meadow between the valleys of the Sawtooth and another range. I don't know what the other range is called, but we're kind of up in the mountains right now. So yeah.
This one's a little cooler.
This one's a lot cooler.